Hi, I'm Kathy. Welcome to my weird life. So it is first thing in the morning before I've had my breakfast and shower and all that. Today's a pretty big day. I'm going in for tests to get on this new drug, which, if it's successful, it's basically going to stop my immune system from attacking itself. But the way that it does that, it needs to rip out half of my immune system. So from the time I'm on it, I will be immunocompromised, and I need to be really careful. The tests that I've got, I'm so lucky I was able to get them all lined up one after the other, and I think they'll all be quite helpful, just shunting me from one to the other as timing allows. My worry is that one of the tests requires me to lie on my back for 40 minutes, and I've got cramps and spasms in my legs. They don't like lying still, so basically I need to drug myself up before I go. We had a cold front come in last night, and cold is a little bit harder for me to deal with. I was thinking yesterday, I was sitting in the sun, and within about 5 minutes in the sun, my body just goes completely relaxed, and give me another 5 minutes and I'll be, away with the fairies. And I was thinking, whenever I start to cramp up, if someone can just let me go out and sit in the sunshine, I'll be fine, because then I can go back in and lie in the machine, and I'll be totally, zoned out and soporific. But cold front came in last night. Today is going to be cold, and we've got storms coming in later on. Anyway, the tests. I've got to have a blood test, which does everything. An MRI. That's the one that will take 40 minutes in the tunnel. I've got a bone scan, because the doctor's trying to work out why my hip hurts so much. Why I'm sitting on ice packs 24 hours a day. So it's bone scan, MRI. I've got to have a chest x-ray. Now the bone scan is interesting. That is nuclear medicine, so I've got to go in first thing and get an injection of some sort of irradiated something or other that is going to make its way to into my bones, so that when they do the scan, it'll come up and they'll be able to see whether I've got, bone depletion or whatever. So that takes about 2 hours after injection for that to deposit in my bones. So blood's first, then injection, then chest x-ray, then MRI, then back to do the bone scan. Anyway, that's where I am this morning. I've got to get set early so that I can get picked up by the taxi at 11:15. So I will see you all on the other side, hopefully with good stories.
Right, yeah.
So you know how I was worried about not being able to keep warm or not having any sunshine? It's freaking awesome. That's it. Thanks.
So it is almost 6 o'clock. I got home at about 4:30 from the hospital. it was a long day. We got there at about 11:40, and we luckily did everything in the exact right order, and the guys there were amazing. So I got my blood test done, I had to put in a urine test, and then I had to get an injection for the bone scan because it's nuclear medicine. So I was radioactive for a short period of time. And then I went and did the x-ray, and they said, oh, there's some metal there. And I'm like, what do you mean? I've taken off all my earrings and all my jewelry and everything, and I don't know what else there is. And she said, your bra, your underwire bra. Duh. Yeah, I'm a scientist. So that came off, and then that was fine. And then I was able to go straight from there to the MRI, and I was in the tube for 40 minutes. I went in just in like my standard clothes, you know, without the bra, and it's funny, all this time I hadn't thought about ice packs, hadn't even needed one. I took an extra spray of the medical marijuana before I went in, so I think that really kicked in. And it wasn't until the last 10 minutes I got them to put in an ice pack on my right hand side, just for while I was in the tunnel, just so it didn't kick off. And then in the last 10 minutes my left hip kicked off, so there might be a few blurry pictures of that. Anyway, it wasn't too bad, and after we came out of that, they shunted me straight across to the finish off the bone scan. Now with all the radiation which would have settled in my bones, they've done a scan of, they did a whole body scan which was really good, and then did a whole lot around my hips, and then that was it. We transferred me back into the chair. I'd been on a gurney all this time, and it was so good to get back in the chair, and I didn't realise how tired I was. Got the taxi home, and I was home about just after 4:30, and now I'm brain dead. Anyway, so I wanted to just do this little update, so you guys know how everything went. See ya.